What's going on, guys? I'm Yokai Seiya. Welcome to my channel. So this is going to be a different style of video from what I've posted prior, and it's going to basically be the new staple of the new foundation that I'm going to be going off of going forward, and talk about where my channel is headed, kind of how it started, and kind of my thoughts on the direction that I want to push my channel going forward. So Yokai Seiya is pretty much, in my opinion, like the finalized product of what I was working on in my head for all these years for what I wanted my own version of a gaming / commentary channel to look like. Especially channels like Review Tech USA, KSI, and Massive Gaming were huge inspirations for what inspired me to want to do YouTube in the first place. I'm not necessarily ashamed or embarrassed about any of the content that I've made. I'm very proud of it, aside from maybe some TikToks that were kind of cringy towards the beginning, but you get the point. To a degree, like I'm building upon what I've already established, but taking my channel in a new direction. The reason for that is because I was not necessarily happy with the direction that my content was going. There was a little bit of more of an amplified persona that just didn't feel authentic to me anymore after a while, and it's like it's not necessarily something I wanted to continue. Now, I'm super proud of the editing skills that I've acquired and studying other YouTube videos and trying to like master my own form of the pacing and kind of storytelling of my own editing style. The part where I really decided to make a change with my channel was when I saw the direction of where I was getting my influence from. I know I kind of fell into the rabbit hole of like the red pill content stuff because, you know, initially a lot of the content that I was watching was about, you know, men's self-improvement and things like that, or just like dating advice. It was just interesting to see what they had to say, and I was really fascinated by the spectrum of opinions that were coming from this realm. There's a certain side of red pill that I was just not really happy with, that I felt was getting influenced by. It was just in a direction that I didn't want my channel to look towards the future. Like I don't want this to be what my content looks like. And I'm proud of those videos. I didn't say anything that I would take back, but it just, in some ways, this is not the look I want for my channel. And I'm pretty much kind of taking it in a new direction because at the end of the day, I just felt like a lot of my previous content, even from the very beginning, I had this kind of persona where I just felt like I wasn't being my true authentic self in a way. Granted, anytime somebody turns on the camera, there's a side of them that kind of kicks in, like, okay, I'm in camera mode. Like that's very common, especially among content creators, but I just wanted to take it in a different direction. And I'm like, I've taken the channel away from why I wanted to start YouTube in the first place. So this is where I'm just thinking to myself, okay, I definitely want to, like, in some ways press a reset button while also continuing with the foundation that Yokai Seiya was built upon, gaming and commentaries. That is something that you're going to continue to see from my channel. And I still love talking about current events, but just want to change the style and way I approach it, and definitely want to stay away from that kind of red pill space, because honestly, like, it was really intriguing at first, but then it just kind of gets a little toxic in my opinion, especially when they get to the unnecessary amount of women bashing, because that stuff's dangerous because it's really entertaining to kind of watch. But then as time goes by, you kind of realize, like, wait a minute, this is just a bunch of rage bait. And they're getting like a small percentage of like the far extreme of women and kind of projecting it like all women are like this kind of thing. And that's kind of a narrative that nobody directly says, but it's a heavily implied narrative. And I just want nothing to do with that, you know? So men's self-improvement or women's self-improvement or dating tips and stuff is always cool to watch. But when it gets to like the extreme, like bashing of the opposite sex part, is kind of when it gets toxic and honestly cringe. And I just wanted nothing to do with that. And I was looking at where I was getting the inspiration of some of my videos from. Granted, all my videos were all just, you know, tongue-in-cheek, poking fun at things, not really anything to be taken massively seriously on, but I just wasn't happy with how it looked. Like if somebody knew nothing about me and saw some of my more recent videos, I just don't want somebody to mistaken my content for that red pill stuff. So I'm pretty much just taking a hard reset and still continuing with what I initially built upon, but taking it in a new, more raw, uncut, relaxed direction. I don't really have a script for this, so sorry if this is pretty much like just me going on tangents, but just wanted to post a little update on this channel on the types of videos that I'm going to be pushing more forward. So hope you enjoy it. This is pretty much a new beginning of my channel direction. In some ways, a little bit of a rebrand, but continuing what I started. So until next time, I'm Yokai Seiya. If you liked these kind of videos, let me know in the comments if you like these kind of commentaries from me, and really appreciate it if you like, subscribed, and hit that notification bell, and I'll see you next time.